the next book?
Yes, I am.
And are you going to be, is it going to be Cajun related as well?
It is. The name of it is Cajun Bones. Cajun Bones. And it's the sequel to this. It's part 2. So, I mean, do we open it up to questions?
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions, thoughts, comments, whatever? Okay.
So how long did it take you to write this one?
I've been working on this book for 20 years. It wasn't until I retired from being an early childhood behavior specialist that I was finally able to separate myself from that world and to be able to commit myself to writing full-time. Once I committed myself to writing full-time, then it took me another 2.5 years, but I have to say, with the help of one of these ladies that just walked in the door, Beth Long, she's part of a writing team, and we're all working on manuscripts together, and they have helped me through the process. So that's been fantastic. So writing is one of those things. It's sort of like when Austin bites you. I mean, you get bitten by the writing bug and you never can really let it go. And there were whole phases in my career as a behavior specialist where I didn't even touch the book, but I always knew it was there and my brain would, kind of go back to it. But once I was able to let that part of my life go and really commit to writing, I found, gosh, I really wish I could have continued to write more frequently and didn't have to wait 20 years. So Cajun Bones is not going to take 20 years. That's a promise. I'd like to just real briefly ask a question. Have any of you had any experiences outside of medical doctors or even alternative healing, although this is considered alternative healing now, there was a time where it wasn't even talked about, but with folk healers in your, yeah? Okay, cool. Can you tell me what culture it was with?
My mother she likes to practice. She's a practicing
healer. Very, very
so
cool.
She's really into all of that stuff and spiritual stuff.
Right.
She's really close to her.
That's fantastic. Here in Austin, that was one thing that I found when I first moved here. I did not realize that there was Santeria here, which is the Mexican version of what this is. Okay, and I was so fascinated with that and met several Santeria healers here in town, curandera, which is the same thing as the French traiteuse. But I never even knew that, and being able to delve into that history and to understand that was just incredible. I worked on the east side at one of the schools on the east side, and was told that I needed to go to the green and white grocery. And I'm like, okay, it's a grocery store, all right, I'll go. And I walked in, that's no grocery store, folks. It was a lot of fun, but it was a shock. But I mean, he was the guy that owns it. It's just absolutely wonderful. And I talked to him about the traiteuse, and he talked to me about the marriage of the two. And that in New Orleans, at a time when the Spanish owned Louisiana, and of course Louisiana was owned by the French, those two cultures mixed and merged. And that was just fascinating to me. I mean, I walked out of the green and white 4 hours later. So I just was really excited about the understanding of that. So anyway, any other questions? Well, thank you all so much. And thank you again. Malvern Books.